Very help desk Connie.
Gone down. Now, there's the bike. Where's the rider? It's at turn 6 and he looks hurt. This is not a good sign. This is not a good sign for Jorge Lorenzo. The 5-time world champion, of course, is not fully fit.
Looks like it's on the exit, Steve. I think he's had a high side.
Oh dear, oh dear. Well, he's up on his feet, which is good news.
Dear me, I mean, how much of a beating has that body taken over the last 6 months? Cast your minds back to Friday practice in Buriram, that technical failure on that Ducati. This man has not ridden a MotoGP bike fully fit for a good 6 months now. Let's listen on board with Jorge Lorenzo. As we said, it looked like it was on the exit at turn 6. You could hear him just feeding the power back in, pushing a little bit too hard before that tyre got up to working temperature. Body slam on the deck for Lorenzo. That's an absolute horror show. What a nightmare for the 5-time world champion. The last thing that he needed, thankfully, Steve, maybe he was just a little bit winded, a little bit shaken because he is on his feet. He's not holding that left wrist, of course. He's been troubled by that scaphoid bone after that dirt bike training crash in January, but boy, oh boy, was that a big one for Lorenzo coming out of turn 6.
Yeah, Simon Crayfeld would tell you that they are the ones that really hurt as well. Low speed, high side like that, just dumped straight onto the ground. And hopefully he was just a bit winded to begin with, but he is going, isn't he?
Do you know what that is, Steve? For me, that's just not enough temperature in the left-hand side of that rear tyre. You haven't spent a lot of time at the start of the lap here in Qatar on the left-hand side of that tyre. You've only really got turn 2.
Marquez has gone as well.
Well, what a nightmare minute or so it's been for Repsol Honda. They're both on the floor.
Well, extraordinary start then to free practice 2, as we mentioned, free practice 3, sorry, as we mentioned at the start, the wind is up.
Well, he's down, you can see the airbag's gone off, that's at turn 14.
That's a fast one, that's a fast place to go down. He looks like he's completely confused as to how that's just happened.
Well, you know what's happened there? I mean, you're right, Steve, that is a third gear, 200 km an hour crash, about 120 miles an hour, so wow, what a start to FP3 for the two Repsol Honda men. The dream team having a bit of a shocker.
You can see there the scuff marks, if you like, on the circuit. Was he on the curb? Was he a bit too far over?
Oh,
yeah, he was. He was too far round.
Well, I'm afraid to say, was he put there by the wind? Was the wind just blowing him out a little bit offline? Because you've got to say, Steve, that was pilot error. Unless he just got caught by a gust of wind, which is easy to see. Look at that, the front just folding on the AstroTurf on the outside. That you absolutely, not a prayer he was going to save that one.
Yeah, well, you have to believe that the wind has to play a part in that.
Yeah,
you can see, look at the flag there. Can you see that? The Marshal's
the
flag.
wind, actually, Steve, looking at it on the direction of the start-finish straight and the position he is on the track, it's going to be hitting on that right-hand side. I think there, he's been caught by a gust of wind. It's nudged him off the edge of the curb. And from that point onwards, he was a passenger, not in control at all. Drama indeed there at the start of FP3 for Repsol Honda. Thankfully, both of their riders who've had big scares, both of them seem to be relatively okay. That's the most important thing as far as Repsol Honda are concerned.
Well, you've got to believe, haven't you, that one or two of the other teams will have looked at that and will just be saying to their riders, look, just take it easy for a bit here. These are really cool temperatures. The track temperature is not up because of the wind. The wind is pushing you offline. Jorge Lorenzo makes his way back into the garage, the Repsol Honda rider.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Steve. That would have been a low gear. Well, turn 6, mid-corner, you're in first gear, 75 k's. You'd probably maybe just click second.